fire springs forth. What bile does bubble? The black moon swings, and the skies does treble. Oh dear, oh me, oh my. By violent ends, we chill the light. Through the shadows, madness beckons. Weird at night.
Freed from the shackles of time and space, we present Weird at Night!
What's up, everybody? It's your band, The Big O. Want to encourage you to tune in to Weird at Night right here on Converge Media every Saturday at 10 p.m.
Hello. Welcome to the show that invites you to crash it, the show that breathes in strange and breathes out weird, the show we call Weird at Night. Hello, everyone on Twitch, on YouTube, on Converge Media. We're so happy to have you with us tonight. I'm Patrick Galactic, your guide on this hour-ish exploration of art, music, history, and creative conversation. Happy Dartone Day, everybody. Happy Dartone Day. Tonight, we blaze through the hills of excellence as we welcome music videos from Kaina and Homeboy Sandman. We have developments in the evolution of this silly spectacle bear business. You Video of the Month pops in to say hello and talk about his brand new passion, Not For Sale, T-Dub, and much more. But we got a corpse cosmos, and that is no es bueno, mon amis. We got to rejuvenate the atmosphere before we can bask in the glory. We must serenade the stars with a song of the cosmos. Join me now. That was stupendous, especially you, Seattle Synth and Bicentennial Baby in the chat. Bicentennial Baby is dropping links on Twitch and YouTube, blazing spaces, man, in the Converge line. So if you got something to say, make sure you say it, because we'll hear it, and it might just make the show. That was stupendous, marvelous, wonderful, good. It was all those things, and a few other things. It was everything. I'm stuck. Please help. That was excellent. But we're off to a banging start, and we got a monster on deck waiting to flow. So welcome, with me, the one and only Monster of Ceremonies, Terrence Monstrosity.
Green faces, conducted breach of them faces. In gamesmanship, risking temptation. We've been blamed for this shit, all but implicated. But we them same superheroes y'all see on them stages. It's sacrificial immolation. Looking at me like I'm cold, but I know I'm patient. Had to take it off the top and I'm impatient. Like a first person coming through the spaceship. I'm just gonna beam it up, Scotty, taking Molly with the acid, and I'm flaccid with the water that I'm drinking. Ain't no dollars trying to run up in my house, cause I'm not a pedophile and I'm gonna kick them out. Niggas trying to run a route, catching passes like a receiver, condemner. And I am greeting you with philosophies you might never see. And you know that it's all a part of my legacy. Terry Monstrosity, you know how them letters be. All across the fucking screen, blazing space done got it lead. And you know I gotta get myself to the topic, rocking. Looking at these people miss logic, mishaps in the stuff within syntax. All the things that we suggest relapse. Ain't nobody been a prophet, ain't no one gon' stop it. Ain't nobody talking to you before you be hitting coffins. We be dead in the mind before we die. We be lacking behind for the race ride.
Fantastic flow from Terry, the monster of ceremonies monstrosity. But that ain't all we're going to hear from Terry tonight. I'm very excited about it. You'll know more very soon. But soon ain't enough, my deadlies. That's right, baby birds. We need a whole hell of a lot of artistic divination to purify the hills of absurdity. And to do that, I need you to turn rationality off. I need you to turn what the fuck to 11. This cosmic calamity it's not an accident, cowpoke. It's an art extravaganza of galactic proportion. Weird at Night is a twice weekly art voyage through the stars. We love music. We love surreal comedy. Weird at Night is like a smoky patchwork quilt with Twilight Zone, 90s cable access, Pee-wee's Playhouse, and Reading Rainbow all stitched in. We're astonishingly wholesome for people who say fuck as often as we do here. More importantly than all of that, though, we're a show community. The chat is 100% where it's at. A lot of the stuff we'll be shown tonight might have been made by somebody hanging out in the chat. So as always, we give praise due to Queen Most High, because you're chatting amongst royalty. That's right, Seattle rapper and vibe impresario Da Queen is the true and ultimate ruler of the Waniverse. So go visit Da Queen's Bandcamp and give praise. Now don't fear the darkness, darling. We're weird. It's night. You're in the right place. Distractors and spammers will be ejected. Don't even try it. If you give us a follow, you follow our channel like Allison McManus, did earlier tonight. I'm going to make a moment in the show to sing you a little tune. I'm going to make up a pretty little tune and put your name and the pretty lights on the screen, just like Allison McManus is going to experience just a little later. And if you subscribe on Twitch, which is super duper helpful and can be done for the low price of $4.99 per month, I will stop everything. I will go grab my acoustic guitar and I will write you a 20-second song on the spot. All right, let the extravaganza begin. Now, I told you that we'd hear more about Terry Monstrosity soon. Well, soon has arrived, deadlies. And the news is that Terry Monstrosity and Tim Basaraba, the head behind Bring On the Drugs, the project that made our waiting room and theme music, have combined forces and will be releasing a collaborative EP on Friday, April 8th. We already know that, Patrick. You told us this already, you might be saying. But you're right. But did you know that we'll be exclusively previewing each track from the album tonight? No, you didn't, because I'm telling you right now. That's right. In our main event, we got an exclusive preview of the Bring On the Monsters EP, dropping Friday, April 8th. But that's not all. No, not by a long shot. This Tuesday, after Weird at Night, I'm going to host a listening party for the Bring On the Drugs EP live on Twitch and YouTube. As we do after the show, when I play a song, the closing theme will run, the end screen will come on for about 10 seconds, and then I'll come back and we'll listen to the entire EP together. I'm stoked, and I truly hope you'll join me. This is the very first public collaboration from the Wan Fam, and I couldn't be prouder of how this turned out. This is also a reminder that on Friday, April 8th, the same day Bring On the Drugs dropped their new EP with Terry Monstrosity, Bring On the Monsters, on Bandcamp. I'm going to be performing live for the first time in more than 2 years at the Black Lab Gallery in Everett. I'm excited, I'm nervous, but I'd be a lot less so with my Wan Fam there to join me. So if you're free, I truly hope you'll make the trip to Everett and hang out with me at the Black Lab Gallery in Everett on Friday, April 8th. This is going to be a lot of fun, and once, like I said, I'm a little bit nervous, but seeing you there would make me feel a whole lot better. How is the community? Is there any big news? Any announcements? Did you pee on somebody today? At me in the chat, and I'll read them at the break. But as we chat, Don't forget to ask me a weird question. Anything you think might be hard to answer, might be funny, whatever you think weird is. Just add me in the chat and I'll answer them at the chat break. We got Euphony of the Month, Bring on the Monsters, a Bear Glasses update, and much more. But right now, we kick things off with a beautiful song and video from Kaina, recently featured on Nanamucho's Newsy News That's New. This song is called Come Back as a Flower, and it truly sounds like a flower, like life growing. It's absolutely stunning, it's gorgeous, and I think you're gonna enjoy it.
The strangest thought came to me on this morning as I woke to greet the coming dawn. The sun was hard
Okay, I want to thank everybody for showing up to this Zoom casting call. I know it can be a little strange, but during these pandemic times, we've all got to do something a little different. I'm sure we've all gotten to see Vlon Vergenson's legendary script. We've been trying to make this for years, and this is an exciting time for all of us. So you've received your sides, and we're simply going to go in order. Alexandra, we're going to have you go first. So if you could unmute your audio and video, go for it.
Thank you so much for having me. You're an absolutely amazing casting director. I've always wanted to audition for you, and it's weird. I'm sorry we don't get to do this in person, but the parallelogram prevents us, so I guess we'll do this over Zoom. Anyway, you sent over the lines, so here we go. I hope you like it. Ah, the incessant chatter of this mind of mine. Chatter, chatter, chatter. I feel a pull, I feel a push to dig into the primal methods of art making that I haven't made the words for. Does anyone? And scene.
This isn't a musical, so we're going to have to say no. Next.
That was a truly beautiful track from Kinda, a cover of a Stevie Wonder song, Come Back as a Flower. Once again, the song is called Come Back as a Flower. Make sure you track down Kinda's version on Bandcamp and then go listen to the Stevie version too. We've dropped links. Please consider buying it or give Kinda a follow. There's something kind of just childlike and majestic about her rendition of that song. It's the kind of song I would like hear in a car as a kid and space out to down an open highway. We will definitely have Kinda back soon, but for now, make sure you show your love, show your support, buy some tracks, or give a follow. It really is a huge help. And also, thanks to the incredible, the legendary Frederick Flanks and Alexandra and Freddie Dalmastar for another glorious auto-write reading. It's been a bad time for Alex's in the Waniverse. Alex F&B is still working off her retail punishment, and Alexandra in our last piece didn't get the job. Hey, tough Alexes. Now, are you new? Don't know what an auto-write is? Well, stick around. We do them at the end of every episode, and yours just may be the one we read next time. Well, we're motoring through the Artmosphere, and it's feeling pretty goddamn good. But one of the best goddamn goods I can think of is our friends over at Converge Media. In addition to their incredible news coverage in Seattle communities and beyond, they've continued to develop incredible cultural programming as well. One of their newer shows is called Art of the Matter, hosted by the one and only T-Dub. We showed a little preview of it, but what you're about to see next is an excerpt from episode 5, featuring an interview with visual artist Joey Nix, and it happens now.
So hold on, like this shit is incredible. And I feel like most people think that this show probably took you a couple years, but I feel like I happen to know that this is a long time coming.
I mean, the painting took about 2.5 years.
Right.
But my last show was 6 years ago. And then a lot's happened since then. But yeah, it was about 2.5 years of painting. Not even constantly either. I did a bunch of murals in between a lot of the paintings.
For sure.
But yeah, it's a lot of work.
You've been crazy busy these past couple of years, man. Seriously.
Yeah, built a bar, learned how to open it and run, or learn how to get it open and get it running and staff it and all that fun stuff. So.
Yeah. But mixing the art with the bar, I think was something that was interesting too, because you had done that show, you know, and I got to be a muse in, which was hella cool too.
Yeah.
There's this giant piece of my face now that's, I don't even know where it is.
The painting of you is actually what sparked me owning the bar. So
Holy
the
shit.
story is, I mean, I did, I did the show, and my buddy that I knew just from the Belltown community on the block, he came and bought that painting at the show, red dotted it, and I was like,
Boom.
And like, he owned a bar called John John's on the hill, and
Right.
he ended up putting that painting in his arcade.
Yeah.
And a couple weeks after the show, apparently he looked at the space, and he was like, I'm gonna do this. I need, I think that you should be my partner in the bar. And I was like,
Man.
I met him there, and like, when it became available for rent, like we went in there and I was like, this is nuts. It was completely empty. There was some blueprints left behind, but we basically had to figure out the layout and like figure out what's gonna stay, what's gonna go, like what it was just, it's a 5,500 square foot space. So.
Man. And who would have thought that show would have led you to Jupiter, right? Like, because it wasn't necessarily your plan to like do the show and then open a bar. It was just kind of a thing.
No, I met the dudes from Trees and Gallery when they had a spot in Ballard, and I like walked in there and like, I never approach galleries. Like, I don't think that, it's just not my nature to like approach a gallery and be like, hi. It's just awkward to me, but I did it to them because they seemed cool, like all the shows they were having. It was called Sticks and Stones, I think.
Yep.
And I was just like rolling around, and I'm like, what is this? And like popped in on one of their openings, and I was like, hey, I do art, whatever. I'm hell embarrassed, but here I do art. And I don't know, they ended up getting trees in, and that was huge. So I just did that, because I really wanted to do an art show. When I came to Belltown, I was coming fresh off of a lift operating job at Stevens Pass. And, I dropped out of high school and was like, just went to the mountains for like 6 years.
Wow.
And so when I came back to the city, I was like, I just had a skateboard and a backpack and like some money, and like I was painting houses. Like I would paint houses in the summer and lift operate in the winter. So I've always been a house painter.
Right.
And like this time I was like, I'm not going back to the mountains. So I ended up just pulling up a bar stool at the old whiskey bar, and became friends with everyone there. And that was like how everything started. Like the owner's wife signed for my first apartment.
Wow.
So like I ended up getting an apartment above the bar. Like you take an elevator from the bar to my apartment.
Dude.
And then like literally my mom got me an easel. Like it's hella corny, but
That's so cute. I'm about to send it here.
Yeah, I don't know. I learned how to curate and do art all in that building in the old Palladian. I've always really been into old steam engines.
Right.
So I would collect like these books of just train culture, and like I obviously love trains and boats and airplanes. Being from Seattle, like my dad like worked for Boeing and actually owned a tugboat and like used to take me around and all the, long story, but fast forward 18 years later, I'm finally painting it in my own style. But the hardest part is like finding out who you are and like figuring out what you want to paint. Totally. That's like been, even though I knew I wanted to paint machines and stuff like that, like I didn't really know how I was gonna get there or what it was gonna look like until you just have to start setting things in motion and they unfold naturally, sort of.
Very cool stuff with Joey Nix there and T-Dub. So make sure you check out Converge Media's Art of the Matter. It's a great show. It really focuses in depth with an artist to talk about their story, talk about their path, and provide inspiration for those of us who are on our own creative paths. I can tell you, just like Joey was talking about there, with the experiences he's had as an artist and the strange opportunities that have kind of manifested in his life, I can tell you, as an artist that's out there in the public relatively regularly, money or no, the incredible experiences I've been able to have, the incredible people I've been able to meet, there's nothing that can compare. Art of the Matter is a great show. It's spotlighting artists throughout the Northwest. I just just like us. Just like us. Make sure to catch new episodes on Mondays and be sure to click and watch the entire episode we just showed an excerpt from. That's episode 5. Also, please click around the links we shared and see if you can become a financial backer of Converge Media. I do it. It's just what I can afford, and I've never regretted it once. You won't either, my deadlies, so give it a shot. Now, last episode, we were all about the show Munity. We featured creators from Naomi Jean Cooper, Freddie Dalmastar, Bicentennial Baby, and many more. But we aren't done there, mon amis. No, I need your attention. This is vital. Our friend, Euphony of the Month, told me on the low he had some important news to share about a new passion in his life, but he asked me not to watch it until we were live. Euphony's credit is good with me, so I didn't watch it. So let's check this out and just see what it's all about. Pay attention.
Do you have a minute to talk about Dartone? A few weeks ago, I was just like you. I witnessed those events on Waste Dump 69. Since then, I'd been an active protester against Dartonism. I was just so disgusted by Dartone that I just made up something, you know? I thought I saw something. Silly bear with glasses. I don't know what I was thinking. But then, over the past few weeks, I started to realize things, and I started to see things. You know, Dartone isn't going to judge me for eating my lunch on the toilet. Dartone isn't going to think lesser of me when I drink 40s and pass out on my lawn, as I often do. I'm Euphony of the Month, and I'm a believer in Dartone, the one true savior of the Waniverse.
Yes! 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 Do you see? Euphony of the Month was skeptical too. If I hadn't been there in person, I'm sure I'd be doubting the efficacy of any Dartone III miracle. But in time, Euphony realized what I've realized too. Dartone is the savior of the Waniverse. Dartone is the ultimate good in the Waniverse. Dartone makes us all possible. Welcome, Euphony of the Month, and happy Dartone Day. Beautifully said. Beautifully said. God damn! Now I'm feeling hyped. Seriously hyped. And it's with that energy that we turn now to Nanamucho's Newsy News That's New. Nanamucho is one of America's longest running blogs, debuting in 1997 and running continuously ever since. We still haven't tracked down Helen, Dan, and Stone Cold ended up breaking a bunch of shit on the set last episode, so we worked to track down another POS that possibly you could love.
Hey, you fucking dorks, it's me, the Pink Cloud! You're welcome! I'm here because we needed the sexiest cat piss-drinking mercenary baloney can buy. And believe me, this cost Nanamucho a lot of baloney. We have a set of track reviews courtesy of Matt Ashworth, Nana editor, and Psycho, who's been sharing art and culture shit for 25 fucking years. He should probably get a life, but until he does, here are 5 tracks we want you to know about. Support these artists directly. 5 bitches!
Regardless of the fact, situation less than whack. Not laying around in the sun, playing around. Why the type of luck? Lyrics live as fuck, talents abound. Found for the rebound, stuck. Never you had me, gladly step back to reevaluate for odds to change correctly. For the next metamorphic transition, set up for the challenge. Damn, listen, I'm not the one missing, cause you saw me slightly off the mission. They saw
Some devotion hidden somewhere along the way. One false hope leads to the notion that wasn't built in a day, but you keep rolling away.
Tuesday, turning making funny faces at your pain. Can't you move over? You're dying on another day. Living in a world can be oh so real, with shimmering tap dancers trying to cut a deal. That's why I sit here on a plate like steel and kill all of these hogs running to me lying here. But
they call him Mr. Privilege. He can hijack a thread with just one comment. They call him Mr. Privilege. Wants a ghost star for his ally moment. Mr. Privilege, Mr. Privilege. Why won't you listen? Mr. Privilege, Mr. Privilege.
Great stuff from Nada Mucho. Once again, those are 5-track previews you gotta go hunt down. That Mactub is Reggie Watt's old band that he was in when he was in Seattle. That Sunday Night Heat track I really enjoy. I also love the band name Sunday Night Heat. If you know the significance of that name, you just know, okay? I love it. That was an excellent track. Also, want a big shout out to Allison McManus, who's from Sunday Night, who's in the chat tonight. Thank you for joining us. Just excellent stuff all the way around. So we're off to a hot start tonight, everybody, aren't we? Wasn't that Euphony of the Month video amazing? Huh? Wasn't it amazing? I thought it was amazing. Great job, Euphony of the Month. We love having the Waniverse, the showmunity, showing up on the show. That is my very favorite thing. So, a little reminder. You can get more emotes by spending bits on the channel. So there's three different emotes you can get for spending bits. The first one is of Mandolin Ravage, played by the one and only Freddie Dalmastar. The second one is Bang Bang the Butterfly, the gun safety butterfly, who I've heard we might actually hear from later in the show. And the third is Art is the Antidote emote that is probably going to get remade at some point, because honestly, it's not that great. But I only had a little bit of time. So spend your bits. It's a big help to us. It's a lot of fun for you. Also, spend your WAN bucks. I just made some new rewards for our WAN bucks. So if you want me to scat for 1 minute, scat sing, not the other scat. If you want me to scat for a minute on the screen, I will. If you want some other weird crap to happen, it will. So that's what I can tell you. Go check out the WAN rewards. I can't remember them all right now. This is also a reminder, we have a Discord server that we all hang out on and stay in touch with each other throughout the week between episodes. So we're live Tuesday and Saturday nights at 10 p.m. But in our Discord, we stay in touch a lot more than that. So I have something I'm going to be scanning and sharing with you in Discord this week. It's a copy of The Ooze, which is Monster Planet's incredible zine that I actually wrote some stuff for, and they wrote a bunch of stuff for, and it's absolutely incredible. I have a physical copy. I'm going to be scanning it into the system, into Discord tomorrow. So join our Discord. Don't miss out. Bicentennial Bebe has redeemed scat mode, so I will be scatting after the chat break. Also, are you an artist? Because if you're a musician, if you're a poet, if you're a painter, if you're a dancer, if you are a drag artist, if you're a comedian, if you make sketches, if you make short films, animation, literature, we'd love to feature you on Weird at Night. And you can be featured by sending your submissions to weirdatnight@gmail.com. You can also do it through our Discord, or go to our new Weird at Night submissions page on our website. We would love to help you figure out what we need to get from you to be on the show. We want to show your work. This is not a closed artist community, friends. No. In fact, it's wide open. It is bursting with possibilities. So get in while the getting's good. We got so much more. So much more! Black History, Homeboy Sandman, and our preview of Bring on the Monsters are still on deck. But because we believe in fairness, we check back in with our friends Louie and TC Blackout to understand the fallout of Waste Dump 69. You may remember TC got super wasted and started blabbing on, claiming that Dartone didn't actually save us all, and that an invisible bear, the spectacle bear, as he cutely but ridiculously called it, invisibly saved us all instead. Now, I love TC, I really do. But when someone you love is sick, you tell them to get help. But if this helps, for TC, we'll run it.
Time is a funny thing. Illusory. Unreal. Inescapable. Just like the events from the final flush at Waste Dump 69. Approximately 6 months has passed since Dartone's self-proclaimed victory over the Trash Force. Of course, those of us who were there know that TC Blackout, one of the last remaining members of the Trash Force, tells a different story about an invisible bear wearing spectacles. Louis, the bartender, was skeptical until he discovered a bear-sized pair of spectacles at Waste Dump 69. Louis has taken full advantage of his discovery with a new line of merchandise. In fact, he even renamed his own bar. We catch up with TC Blackout and the Spectacle Bear in the monochromatic hellscape of New Orleans at Bear Glasses.
Oh, look who it is! Oh, TC, it's been a minute. Now tell me right now, did you bring somebody else with you? Is he here right now?
Oh yeah. He says hi, Louis.
Obviously I can't see you, but I'm trying to give you the respect you deserve, Spectacle Bear. It's so great to have you in this fine establishment. I hope you've noticed we've changed up a couple things around here.
Yeah, bear glasses? Is that a little on the nose?
Glasses are supposed to be on the nose. And I thought it would be kind of fun with, there's kind of a movement growing now. You've really changed things in the city. They speak of hope on the streets. They say the plastic bear theory, the spectacle bear, is real. And this bar is here representing for people that know you're real, Bear. Is he here? Am I talking to him?
He's over here, but yeah, he's here.
Excuse me, Bear. As I was saying, never mind. Let me get y'all a couple of drinks.
Thanks, Louis. So, Bear, does any of this merchandise, the name and stuff, bother you? Okay, but you should at least be getting a cut, right? Well, that's actually a pretty good point. Okay, I see what you're saying.
Here are your drinks, boys.
So, Louis, I mean, it's really cool that you got your thing going on. You're really excited. Bear likes that. I like that. You're a chill dude. But the merchandise might be a little too much.
What does he say? What does the Spectacle Bear say about the merchandise?
Well, he kind of thinks having, images of him defeats the point of being invisible.
Well, I tried to draw him the best I could for a bear I've never seen. Goddamn, just make yourself visible. I don't mean to yell at any of my customers, and I'm doing it again. He's not over here, right? He's over here, isn't he?
Yeah, but he says no worries, but use some tact. Just be tactful.
Well, bang bang. Louis, how's it going? Set me up with the drink if you would, please.
Oh, bang bang, how's it going? What's going on with you?
Oh, I'm just teaching a class on AK-47s, and Steve Germany just keeps going on and on about this plastic bear theory shit. Have you heard this bullshit? There are people in this town who actually think Dartone the Third didn't save the day. They think there's this stupid theory, Louis. I don't know if you've heard it. Weird t-shirts and shit you have going on in here. A little worrisome, actually. People have been saying this invisible bear saved the day. Like, what the fuck are they talking about? Oh, hey, TC. I'm sorry, I didn't see you there. Nice to see you.
Oh, hey, Bang Bang. It's good to see you. Bear says it's good to see you too.
Oh, right. Your bear friend. I cannot get away from this shit. Louis, pour for me strong, buddy.
Oh, the bear says he's got this round.
Yeah, well, the Spectacle Bear's buying this one, Bang Bang, so your money's no good here.
need this alcohol, especially if you're gonna want to see the bear someday. So TC, how's it been the last few months? I haven't seen you since Waystomp 69. Like, are people coming up to you and treating you like a hero, and or is it like you're crazy and like is the bear like is it with you all the time? I know you're seeing him right now, but you see him when you're outside of here. You see him in the bathroom, shit like that.
Yeah, that is a good question. What have we been doing, Bear? Oh, yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, you should tell Louis this story. Actually, this is Louis. You should hear this story. So there's like some people that we met and we're hanging out. Actually, you should hear from Bear. Bear tells it way better than I do. Whew. Wild times, Bear. Wild times.
Well, I'm sure it was really great. You good, Bang Bang? You need anything else?
Actually, could you change the channel? I'd love to watch something else on the TV here.
Sure, I'll turn it to classic movies.
Is this all right? You sure? Well, I'll give you a hand there. Whoop it, don't slip. Now, you're sure this is all right? You wouldn't rather sit in the booth? Well, all right.
Would he prefer a booth, Mr. Dad?
Oh, thank you, Mr. Cracker. He seems to prefer the bar today. Well, good afternoon to you, sir.
We interrupt this presentation of Harvey to advertise the Book of Dartone III, unwritten and now available for pre-orders at the low price of $69.69.
In this world, Elwood, you must be oh so smart or oh so pleasant. Well, for years I was smart. I recommend pleasant.
Well, money can always help the hurt a little bit, at least, right? Now that Louis is shamelessly merchandising the morally concerned spectacle bear, hopefully that can make the pain of being terribly wrong about Dartone go down a little easier. But did they say Steve Germany is now promoting the plastic bear theory? What? Steve was just promoting the virtues of Dartonism. I mean, he did say that he was only doing it to get close enough to strangle him, but still, damn, Steve. It hurts. It really hurts. Big love to Not For Sale. Always keeping Weird at Night groovy as hell. Go smash his links. Send some love on Instagram, Bandcamp, wherever you go. Also, check out Not For Sale's t-shirts in our artist studio. 100% of the proceeds go to Not For Sale. So do that. Now, during the chat break, I kind of effed up, okay? So I forgot to read any of the questions or any of the interactions people posted. Also, there's been people who spent some wham bucks on some prizes that I owe some respect to. So let's do it now. Naomi Fayomi says, do we need any special ID or a passport to travel to Everett? I think the only way you won't be let into Everett is if you actually live in Everett. They're trying to gloss the place up a bit, okay? So if you live in Everett, you may not be able to get in. But if you're from out of town, they're like, hey, come on in. You're not from Everett. We can trust you. So no, you just need to prove you're not from Everett. Tim Basaraba asks, have I ever explained my alternate reality theory, aka dream and drugs, using a book and a marker? No, T-Bossa, you haven't. Please indulge us in the chat. Please. Alex Evan V, who is your Mario Kart character? The world is dying to know. I know. I know. Now, if I could make my own self as a character in Mario Kart, that's who I'd be for sure. But since I can't, usually I play as Bowser. I don't really know why. I don't know if he's any better than anybody else. I barely ever play Mario Kart, but I enjoy Mario Kart. I just never play it. So I always play as Bowser. Ash Maddie, what was your first AOL screen name, and was it Patty Galati 6? No. My first AOL username was Jimothy9. Jimothy9. That's correct. Let's see, what else do we have here? Ash Maddie says, question from Iris. What would you do if when you okay, so he said yes, would go? Iris? Yes. That's the answer to the question. Yes. Thank you, Iris. Thank you very much. Thanks for watching Weird at Night with your dad, too. We miss your dad, so thanks for watching it with him, letting him be here with us tonight. We're happy to have you all, the Ashworths. Let's see. Any other questions? Tim Basaraba. I watched the first appearance of Bang Bang, so I am well aware, but really he kind of sounds like Ruth Langmore, played by Julia Garner. Well, T-Boss, I think you're assuming Bang Bang's gender, which I wouldn't do, certainly. But, okay, fine. Let's see. Anything else? We did have some WAN bucks that were redeemed. So one of them was from Bicentennial Baby, who put us into scat mode. That's right, for 1 full minute, I'm going to scat. Are you ready? So at 10:49, I will stop scatting. Zippity-doo bop beep, bleep boop, zippity-blee, hi-ya, hi-ya, zippity-da-doo gaga, yeah, zippity-dee-da-doo, wow, 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 ah, yeah, 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 cha-cha-cha, good-la-ba-doo-doo, ah, zee-ba-dee-da-zee-za-zoo-za-zee, yeah, 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 zippity-ba, zippity-boom, give-it-a-bom-bom-bom, make-it-a-bow, 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 skip-it-a-scat, zippity-doo-da-dee, zippity-da-doo-da. I was wrong. It was 10:48. I apologize, but I did scat for a minute. So thank you, Bicentennial Baby, for putting me through that. Ash Maddie redeemed the top 5 reward. And so what he's asked as his topic is, what are the top 5 things? What are the top 5 things to do in Puyallup, where I'm from? I'm from Puyallup. So we can say the obvious things. You can go to the fair. That's all right. In September, you can go to the fair. Okay. All the people of Puyallup will hate you. We go to the fair. The other thing you could do in Seattle is buy drugs in the cemetery, which I've done many times. Even at my own great-grandparents' gravestones, I bought weed there. So you can buy drugs at the cemetery. You can shoplift from any of the Walmarts or any, there might still be an Albertsons there. I got caught trying to shoplift the one time I ever tried to do it. I got caught at Albertsons. I don't believe it's there anymore, but you might check into that. 4, you can stick a knife in somebody's tires, or alternatively, this is still 4, you could go dine at any of the 5 McDonald's, any of the 18 Starbucks, any of the Wendy's. I mean, Puyallup has at least 2 of everything. So if it's a big block chain store, there's at least 2 of them in Puyallup. So you can do that. And then 5, and this is what most of the people in Puyallup do. You could just give up. Accept the mediocrity that is your life and just let go. Those are 5 things you can do in Puyallup. All right. So Allison McManus. Follow up to the Mario Kart question. Who's your fighting game main? I don't really play video games. I'm in college. I have a full-time job and I do this shit. I just don't play video games all that often. But if I were to, I'd probably play Street Fighter and I'd probably play as Ryu. Okay? So, actually I did have an answer. So big Joker me over here. Thank you for the question, Allison McManus. Do we have anybody else? Ash Maddie asked, do they have a quaint, old-timey ice cream shop with great malteds in Puyallup? No, they have chain block stores. That's what they have. They have franchises, lots of them. You can go to Sonic, you can go to McDonald's, you can go to Wendy's, Burger King, you can go to Kentucky Fried Chicken. There's probably more than one of each. So that's the real draw. That's the real draw. And then let's see. Abby McManus, or Allison McManus, I'm so sorry, says, I think there's a Sherry's in Puyallup. There's two! I'm not kidding. There's two of everything. Okay, so the grooves keep coming, my deadlies. Up next, we present another recently featured by Not a Mucho artist, Homeboy Sandman. The video is super cool, super colorful, and the funk comes strong. This track is called Hello Dancers and also features Quell Chris. Let it in.
What do you come to see? What you come to see? New dimensions feeling specialer. Naked on your mattress with big patches of eczema. The ones you keep scratching with your toenails. Stop, I had to cop the 20-gallon lotion wholesale. Flying squirrel lats. Keep them flex, the hottest stubborn back fats. That's from all the reckless Burger King breakfast that I used to gobble before I flex the peck and make the theta wobble. Otherwise the waistline slim, the six-pack subtle but the chest hair trimmed. Wang hang slanted, front and rear dealt like you felt granted, fucking gigantic. All organic, opposite of frail also. Wintertime, behold a pale torso. Any, back like a jetpack. Graze the sun of age, but run a Jimmy Jet Black. Limbs like tree trunks. Perestroika for your oyster, bringing moisture to your P-funk. All swollen like a bee stung. Fatty like a beef tongue.
Yes, I dig it. Yeah, dig it. Hold up, let me finish. They thought he was hold up, wait up, hold up, he's in Venice. Feel it, yeah, no, that's that feeling. I might be too lifted, oh no, why Sicily? Parting, chest out, parting. Best foot forward, look so good, get caught it. Thank you very much. Real G's moving Q keeps it very hush. Down piece off the debris, guess the 90s as was right. Say every fat returns when it returns on more ways. Tight. Left this nuts feeling luscious, skin brown and serve them up like it's breakfast. Rob Townsend glow off the media, Flex and Leroy Green and sizes Mike Piazza, no question. You either catch the breast or the pecs, it just depends on how good the check's been. Geniuses get caught up in the text and then miss the lines within the lines of inception. Butters from the brothers for the texture, core work and ellipticals for the sex. Trust. Rotten on birthday suit, fresher than the soup.
We're looking good, homeboy, we feeling great.
Loved that video. Loved the stylization. The track has got grooves for miles. It leaves nothing to spare. Do not sleep on our friend Homeboy Sandman. I think you can see that now. Smash the links we dropped. Also, big love to Quell Chris. Great work on that track. Pick up an album or at least give a follow. It all helps a lot, everybody. So I told you, if you follow the channel, I'm going to sing to you. And Allison McManus is the one who did what I asked. So Allison, it's time. Allison McManus, Weirded Night, Stingy Planets. Very happy to have you here tonight. Your band Sunday Night Heat brought the fucking heat. Now we wanna hear more. So welcome to Weirded Night. Welcome to Weirded Night. Welcome to Weirded Night. Allison McManus, welcome. Thank you so much for following, Allison. Stick around. Don't go too far, because when your band has something new to do, we want to know so we can share it on the show. So make sure you keep us in the loop, okay? Now, we switch gears to catch back up with our friends at Black History in 2 minutes or so. And this time, we are learning about Black women laborers.
For centuries, Black women toiled under the most brutal and vulnerable conditions for the financial and sexual exploitation of slaveholders. Following the Civil War, these new American citizens began looking for ways to exert control over their own labor. Many took on wage work, primarily in domestic service, under the watchful eye of white employers.
Women worked as maids, as cooks, as child nurses, and as laundresses. They're all very clear about wanting to work under conditions that are very different from slavery. And of course, the employers have the opposite objectives.
With low pay and little autonomy, many found that the terms of their employment were hauntingly similar to those they'd face under slavery. The power struggle that ensued between white employers and Black women over their wages and work conditions inspired those on the front lines to mobilize. And when daily acts of resistance proved insufficient, they launched into political protest and action.
Laundry work dominated because it gave women the most autonomy, largely because they typically conducted the labor in their own homes. They were able to use their wash sites to launch one of the most important strikes in the history of Atlanta.
In 1881, 20 Black washerwomen in Atlanta founded the Washing Society and announced that its members would strike unless they were paid at a higher uniform rate. In just a few weeks, the struggle expanded to 3,000 strikers. In the push and counter-push, the laundresses canvassed from door to door and were buoyed by the support of local churches. Though their full demands were not met, the laundresses overcame daunting obstacles in their path, including the threat of being arrested and the imposition of fees, to prove that Black women, not too many years out of slavery, were capable political organizers. In doing so, the Washing Society helped set the stage for a century of civil rights protests and victories to follow.
It should never go unsaid how much these women were risking by striking and protesting. We've already seen through our review of Black history that many who protested long after this moment in time, long after the Washing Society, were kidnapped, tortured, or worse, and it was by police. Those were the stakes. Their courage and determination in the face of those, the threat of those consequences inspired generations to come, and it still does. Black history ain't a February thing, friends. We didn't get taught most of this in school. It's our job to inform ourselves. This is also a quick reminder that even though this episode is nearing its end, the party isn't over. No. Join our Discord server and hop on the community voice chat channel after the show. We have a whole hangout after the show. I'll be there. Hopefully my friends from the chat will be there with me. I hope the usuals will come join me because I missed y'all because I couldn't hang out on Tuesday. So, looking forward to seeing you all. But the time has come. We have a preview of all 5 tracks from the new Bring On the Monsters EP, a collaboration between Terry Monstrosity and Bring On the Drugs, aka Tim Basaraba. This is very special to me because both Terry Monstrosity and Tim Basaraba are musicians I feel deserve to be celebrated so much more than they have been so far. but I'm very excited for the first ever Wan Fam collab to hit the streets on Friday, April 8th. Let's check out what all my hype was about, shall we? Bring on the monsters.
Never really knew you, but I knew you enough. Never really knew you, but I knew you enough. Never really knew you, but I knew you enough. My God.
Never really knew what was happening. Watching paper fold up like a napkin. Something I behold and I'm laughing. Skeptics and the trolls with their tactics. Hurricane season. Water rose up and we all leaking. Trying to get away. I'm breaking the sea. I'm breaking the sea. Waving the white flag. Taking the day. Gave all that I had. Gave all that I had. Talking spill emotions on a post. I ain't really hoping for the most. Always stay devoted to the coast. Green trees rolling for the smoke. Mean Gene, can't see what I talk about. They laughing at an outcome that's hardly come around. Laughing, 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 laughing. What I talk about. Laughing at an outcome that's hardly come around. They laughing, laughing, laughing. Are you entertained by my deficiency? Is it that funny? Do you really think that this is entertainment? It's more philosophy. Less of a limitation, it's apostrophe. Aiming at being average my whole life. Never tried to peak, I just always wanted to strive. Just in a fast money position to not die. But living with all abandonment, watching the paint dry. Faint sighs, internally watching the saints rise. Professing by professions I met in my lifetime. Detailed in a demeanor, incessant by white lies. Likely Bender when entering zeitgeist. But I'm tripping, watching others' passion pass by. Time ticking, losses always by a landslide. My vision not accustomed to a shaded blind. Making my maker's mark on a jaded climb. Clank glasses by the grapey vines. And think faster when the batter's up. Fathom what you say divine. Let's clarify, I'm scared to go. Scared to fly. I'm scared of my thoughts. I'm scared of minds. Don't wanna blow up. I'm scared of life. Don't wanna caught on the line. Don't wanna get caught in grind. Just wanna live and live life up to the fullest I can. Fill my cup up. No scams. No ham. Never get caught up in bam. Never get caught up in anything that damaging. Goddamn. I'm scared of mine.
So there we are, just a little preview of what we will hear in full this Tuesday after Weird at Night. So, once again, on Tuesday, I'll be live at 10 p.m. with you all. Here is this swirling atmosphere of oddity continues. And then after the show, about 10 seconds after the end screen shows up, I'm gonna come back and all of us together are gonna listen to the full EP, the full 5-song EP that you heard a preview of each track. So, Tim's now saying that Ash Maddie was the first one to hear this. I thought I was. You son of a bitch. You son of a bitch. Not forgiven. Okay, but, very excited. Very excited. Terry and Tim are both just extremely talented people that should be working together. I'm so happy this happened. Okay, so this part of the show is what we call the auto write. You heard Freddie Dalmastar's auto write through the words of Frederick Flanks and Alexander earlier. But now we're gonna do an auto write that might be read on the next episode. So what is an auto write? How do we do it? Wait, no, tonight is not the listening party, everybody. Tuesday night is the listening party. So after Weird at Night on Tuesday night, once the show's over, I'm gonna come back and then we will play the whole album and I'll sit here and we'll chat and we'll have fun. So, okay, so I just wanted to correct any misunderstanding. So, auto write, what is an auto write? I'm gonna count back from 10 and as I do, you just try to clear your mind. When I get to 1, I'm gonna say go. When I say go, we all start typing in the chat as fast as we can, whatever comes into your mind. It doesn't have to make any sense and it probably wouldn't if you were clear. So type whatever comes into your head. We'll do that for about 30 or 45 seconds. When I say stop, we all hit enter, return on our keyboard. Everybody's auto-write shows up in the chat. We read them out loud, and then we blast off either to Discord or to next Tuesday, where once again, we have this amazing Bring on the Monsters listening party. So, one more time, I'm gonna count back from 10. You try to clear your mind. When I get to 1, I'll say go. When I say go, you start typing whatever comes into your mind. You don't need to spell correct or edit. And then after about 30 or 45 seconds, I'll say stop. You hit enter or return on your keyboard. Everybody's auto-write pops up and we have a good old time reading them, okay? So let's do it. 10, 9, 8, 6. Did I say 8, 6? All right, we gotta start over. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go! Auto-write. All right, and stop. I just dropped mine into the chat. Let's wait, while we wait for more to come in, I'll start reading mine. I forgot how to count, and no one's counting, but no one wins anything either. Weird. The world is oddly dependent on numbers, and I am just a numeral of times long since past, and yet to be lived. But it's okay. I got my cat Benny, and my personal preferences for no onions on my Ethiopian food I once ate with a really sweet kitty. I hate you, Ashmatty, for contradicting my directions and hearing Bring on the Monsters before me, but I'll find it in my heart to forgive someday. Someday. Don't count on it. Naomi, Baomi, Faomi, why oh why are there so many questions? Where oh where are the answers? Who oh who should I be asking? And when oh when? What's that? Will I? I'll have to ask. We did a question and answer segment earlier. Obviously, I can answer all your questions. Usually I do, don't I? Thank you, Naomi, Baomi, Faomi. Blazing Space, notified, zoomed in, zoomed out, zoomed on, glare it up, glare it down. This is the song of a clown. Clearly, this was a scientist examining a pothead who had eaten many pot brownies at a wedding with almonds, white chocolate, and diamond earrings. Penguins can fly. Never doubt a penguin. Always trust a frog. Always. Great advice, Blazing Space. And excellent auto-write as always. Alex FMV, auto-write extraordinaire. Game Boy Color was green for me, and there are only so many colors. There are only so many colors in the ground, but none of them are the color of the sky. Probably. Actually, I'm lying. I know nothing about what's in the ground. I killed a bunch of plants in my time, and I bet they will be who gets revenge on me when I'm no longer working in retail. Brr, for now, I'm stuck with no unicorn and only one Reese's cup. Torture! Excellent auto-write, cousin. This time in retail is clearly influencing you artistically. Dartone the Third, the Savior! Happy Dartone Day, Savior! I sit on the toilet letting the diarrhea from last night flow out of me like spice. The shit must flow. I eat cold Taco Bell, ensuring that while I have diarrhea, I prepare for the next round of diarrhea. In that way, I am kind of existing in multiple timelines, being in the past and the future at the same time. I don't doubt it, Savior, and thank you for making that very, very poignant point about your diarrhea. I really appreciate it. Better kitty meow. Maybe in the act of letting go of expectation, it allows the most magic to come in. And maybe when I'm actively letting go, the universe sees how hard I'm trying and says, this chick is really trying, and allows some more magic in, and as a bonus, sprinkles me with fairy dust. Yes, Better Kitty Meow. I think you're on the right track. I really do. Excellent auto right. Thank you so much. Tim Bataraba. Photons, protons, atoms, or quarks. There is always something in between, and that something is nothing we can name or classify. Remember, the space between is what we all share. Also, Neg Champa smells good, but kind of basic. Well said, Tim Basaraba. Well said! Even though you let Ashmatty here bring on the monsters first. Bicentennial Bebe. Saltwater Taffy Waves, Doc Maynard, and a chiropractor that cracked my back and released some trauma. I haven't cried that hard in a long time, and wait, I was clear for a sec, or was I? Now I'm not clear, now I'm very present in my complicated, noisy brain, and wow, this was a lame auto right on my behalf, and I'm not exactly sorry, just annoyed. I thought that was an excellent auto right, Bicentennial baby. Fantastico, in fact. Thank you, and I'm glad your chiropractor helped you out. Ashmatty knows hair clouds with Turin shrouds. Bing bong, the wicked switch was shred. Larry Brady loves Tom. They are married. He didn't want him to come out of retirement because concussions are a bigger risk when you're 80. Very, very true. Very, very true. Some weird this way comes, my deadlies. Each and every Tuesday and Saturday at 10 p.m., we gather to celebrate creativity, artistry, and community. It never gets old. It just never gets old. It never fails to astonish me, and it wouldn't have been the same without a single one of you here tonight. You make a difference here. Don't blow that off. I'm very, very serious. Each and every one of us in the Weird at Night community makes a huge difference. Weird at Night is founded on 5 key principles. People come first, time matters more than money, art is the antidote, attack with love, love Dartone without reservation, and love yourself because you're the best thing that'll ever happen to you, besides Dartone. Happiness, it isn't something we get to hold on to forever. We all know that. This world brings a lot of waves of change. Sometimes for the good, sometimes not. When those happy times come, you gotta savor them, engage with them, grow with them, and make the most of them. Just take every part of it that you can. Life is a gift, the good times, the bad times, and the bad times often carry the biggest lessons. Keep meeting these challenges, friends. You are so much stronger than you know. I'm Patrick Galactic. We are Weird at Night. Take good care of you and love your people every chance you get. I'll see you in Discord after this show, or I'll see you this Tuesday at 10 p.m. Pacific. We have this amazing Bring on the Monsters listening party after Weird at Night. Huge love and happy Dartone Day. Welcome to the Fold, Euphony of the Month. Welcome to the Fold.
You're weird at night. So weird at night. Thanks for being so weird at night. For 100 nights. Weird at night.
Freed from the shackles of time and space, we present Weird